It is January 15th. Time for a garden update. I have been munching on this broccoli for better part of a month now. And as you can see, I've cut off the main head here and the main head here. And I just come out when I'm working in the garden and then I just snap these off. For example, like this one right here, I just broke off and I just munch on it. It is so good, and these flowers are very sweet. In addition to munching on these leaves are awesome for green smoothies. So I look for the nice healthy leaves, especially on a plant like this where it's kind of already past its peak, and I'll just take these leaves and add them to the smoothies. Next to the broccoli I have my cauliflower. I should have picked this head a couple days ago. This is going to get picked here in just a few minutes, and I'll be eating that this evening. Here we have another nice cauliflower head coming on, and next to it over here we've got another younger one. So I've kind of staged these so I can have one this week, 2 weeks later have another one, 2 weeks later have another one. Since it's just my wife and me, we don't really want to have a whole bunch of produce come on at the same time. And just for fun, I've also planted this cauliflower again this year. It's so cool looking, I just had to do it. And then here are some younger plants here, and these cauliflowers will come on in about another 4 weeks. So I'm really only using 1/4 of this whole bed here. I really need to get going and get more seeds planted. And here we are juicing the cauliflower leaves. I've got the cauliflower rinsed off and ready to eat. We've already been munching on it. Here are the strawberries. My wife keeps having me pick off all the strawberry blossoms. Here's the other strawberry bed. She has me pick off the blossoms because she doesn't want any strawberries this year. She wants the plants to get a good root base and then have strawberries next year. But the plants do look nice and healthy. Great color, nice firmness. Even though it's still January, the blackberry bushes are greening out. Over here underneath the low row covers with the A-frames, we've got spinach. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised. These have grown dramatically in the last week. They're looking really good. I need to get the other ones that are in the house out here in the garden. Because we use the low row cover and then put 1x2s along the edge of the plastic, it's really easy to get in and out of these beds, and also quickly. These are a great addition to your garden to help protect them in the cold weather and help the plants get an early start. I'll have a link below this video to how to build these A-frames. I'm almost done completing the in the garden greenhouse here. As you can see, I've got it completely wrapped. This time I took one piece of plastic, 22 feet wide, wrapped it all the way around the T-frame, and secured it with 1x2s across the top here and the end. Then I took a separate 7-foot piece of plastic and made the end piece, secured it also on the top with 1x2s and also down on the bottom with 1x2s. Last night I did not have any of these stakes down because I had just got it set up, and the wind blew and tore a hole in the plastic. I've tried duct tape as repair on this plastic, but it didn't work very well. Then I ran across this Gorilla Tape. I'll have a link for it below. It is awesome. It is very, very strong. I taped it on both sides and it's clear, so it looks decent too. I think it looks a lot better than this duct tape that's been up here for a couple months. So this will probably come off and I'll put the other tape on. As you can see, I've got 1x2 going all the way across the bottom of the plastic here. And I have clothesline a couple feet in from the ends and one in the center here with knots every 19 inches. That way I can easily roll this up to any height that I want and simply slip the knot into the eye hook. I do like using clothesline because it's the most inexpensive way of buying braided line that I know of. And I bought 100-foot lengths of clothesline. This time I bought one roll of 200-foot length, and it's actually thicker. This is 1/4 inch. So I do recommend the 200-foot length of clothesline. I'll have a link for it below. It's very inexpensive. I was going to go buy some more 18-inch long 1x2 wooden stakes. But these stakes that have been in the ground for just 1 year are just really deteriorating. This one here I tried to pull out just a second ago and it just broke in half. And this one here is in bad shape. Then I realized I had all this extra 3/4 inch 200 psi PVC left over from cutting the retention system here. And so I just cut these 16 inches long and I hammered them down into the ground about the height of the grow box. This way these will never deteriorate. They actually look pretty good, and because it's the thin wall PVC, it was really easy to hammer into the ground. So I was able to use scrap. Didn't cost me anything, and I ended up with a better solution than using the wooden stakes. I'm now inside the In the Garden greenhouse in my 4-foot wide by 20-foot long box, and you can see my sugar snap peas have come up. It took them a long time to come up because it was so cold. But I think now that they're up, and now that I've got the greenhouse over them, they're going to grow really, really well. It's wonderfully comfortable inside of here right now. I'm out of the wind, so I don't feel any of the cold weather. Of course, it's warm in here because of the thermal effect of the sun and the plastic. It's just great. As you can see, these heirloom seeds that I saved from 2 years ago, looks like we have almost 100% germination here. This side of the bed will be for my tomato plants in another 6 to 8 weeks. I am really, really happy with how well this retention system is working. It just is fabulous, and it's so inexpensive to make and so secure. I'm excited with the results I'm getting from this. I'll have a link below this video showing you how you can make this for your garden. I am replacing this piece of retention system with another one that I recently cut because this one was cut too wide. Hopefully you can see the difference for how this one comes around more in the front and this one doesn't. And so what was happening is that with the wind pressure, the 1/2 inch PVC was popping out and not holding the plastic in. So by being more exact on my cuts here, cutting 25% of the pipe out and not more, this is proven to hold really well. I've rounded the tops, and now I just have some 100 grit sandpaper, and I'm just sanding down the inside and the outside of the edges so these are nice and smooth. It's very important to do so this is not sharp so it doesn't cut the plastic. Taking a few minutes and a piece of cheap sandpaper really protects my investment on the plastic. These candy onions are looking great. You can see there's a lot of new growth on these onions. They've only been in here for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and they're just really doing well. The 1015Y onions that I planted about a week before have really come on, and as you can see, it has lots of good growth in here. It'll be interesting to see how these onions do since they are in the shade most of the day. They don't get very much sun at all. And onions need direct sun, as all plants do. So I anticipate smaller onions this year because of the location and the restriction to the sun. But so far, they're doing very well. The stonehead cabbage is still coming along really well. Just looks fabulous. The bok choy and the mustard greens are doing great. It's time to pick some of these leaves. Today I would probably pick this leaf, this leaf, this leaf, and this leaf. And over here I'd probably pick this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I like to keep the plants nice and small. The Swiss chard is looking fabulous too. And my 3 early flat Dutch cabbages are really coming along. These will take quite a bit longer than the other cabbage, but I think it'll be well worth the time. The stonehead cabbage is 50 to 70 days to harvest, and as you can see, this is 85 to 95 days. And that makes it nice that I don't have all my cabbage coming on at the same time. The catnip, sweet fennel, bronze fennel, and 2 different kinds of parsleys, and the onion chives in my wife's herb garden are looking great. We have these herbs growing next to the house because this is where we get the least amount of sun and we get the least amount of productivity if we were planting plants that produce fruit. But these greens work well here. As you can see, I'm just letting the potato box here rest until I get some potatoes in, probably in another few weeks. I'll till in the leaves and other organic matter that we have there, add some more sand and sawdust, and get some nice red potatoes growing. Very happy with the progress of the garden. I am way behind in planting my seeds. I need to get that done immediately, so I'll have a great spring garden. This is LDS Prepper reminding you, if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear. And I hope that you're preparing for your spring garden now by getting your gardens laid out, all your nutrients, your seeds planted, and the plan for the new garden.